Good morning, everyone. As you're aware, Dr. Hawkes isn't feeling well, but we still have work to do.
Please tell me he's gone for good.
He's in recovery.
Recovery? How the hell do we get from a hostage situation in the operating room to oops-a-daisy? Someone had a bad day?
That was hardly a bad day. That was a horror show.
Did you all just forget? HIPAA is a thing?
Isn't that the pet name Hawks used for you?
Jesus, jumped up, Christ! One more remark like that and you're going into recovery as well.
Will I get to be in the same room as Hawks?
Gary, please. You'll just make things worse for him. If the idea is for him to mentally recover, great. But he should never return to this team.
Honestly, I don't care. If Hawks is out, so am I.
You walk out of here, you're fired. Unlike Hawks, you're not contracted to work with us. Given no one else is stupid enough to hire you, I implore you to correct your tone.
Then send me to recovery. I'm the sickest bastard you'll ever lay eyes on, and unless I get better, I'm gonna strip naked and run through the hallway singing Baby Shark.
As you wish. We're going to move on from discussing him or Hawks for the rest of the day. We have a patient to treat. Here are the symptoms we have to work with: myositis ossificans, inguinal lymphadenopathy, and panuvitis.
Based on those symptoms, it could be a number of different conditions. It's hard to pinpoint just one without further tests.
I agree with Leslie. There are several possibilities that could explain these symptoms. We need to gather more information before making a diagnosis.
I'm leaning towards a rare genetic disorder, maybe fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva. It fits some of the symptoms we are seeing here.
I think it might be systemic lupus erythematosus. The symptoms align more with that autoimmune condition.
Wait, I think it's osteopetrosis.
Osteopetrosis? But that's so rare. Are you sure?
I'm certain. While this has no cure, we could perform a hemipelvectomy.
Hemipelvectomy? That sounds rather risky for our patient's condition.
It does, and I'm not so sure it's the right option.
Logically, it could relieve pressure on other brittle bones in the area since this can be painful.
Right, I'll allow it.
Oh no, the patient is in critical condition. We need to act fast.
I can't believe hemipelvectomy was done for osteopetrosis. That's not the correct treatment at all.
We need to figure out what the right course of action should be. This is a serious situation.
I think we can handle this. Let's not panic just yet. We'll come up with a plan together.
Gary, what the fuck are you doing here?
I apologized to Tracy and came out of recovery. I'm all better now.
Were you here before us?
I plead the fifth.
You twat.
Oh my God. He probably sabotaged the patient's health.
I don't care for the accusation. It sounds to me like Leslie pulled a Hawks and had a really stupid idea that sounded logical to Tracy.
Get out of here. Things are going smoothly without you or Hawks ruining the discussion this morning.
Leslie's right, Gary. Please leave. Our patient is in critical condition right now.
Okay, sorry.
Well, it seems hemipelvectomy wasn't right for treating osteopetrosis.
Yes, we were confident in our diagnosis.
We never meant for this to happen, but we think something happened when you let Gary out of whatever you call recovery.
He said he was let out?
He said he apologized and then you set him free. That seems pretty reckless.
No such thing took place. Give me a moment. I'll make sure he's taken care of.
I'm not comfortable with your phrasing today, Tracy. That sounds euphemistic for some drastic action.
Who cares? Gary and Hawks are our biggest obstacles in doing anything right for our patients. Them being in recovery, terminated, deceased, anything other than present is a godsend for us.
Enough. I'm going to put an end to this. I am remaining vague because of conditions set by the hospital administration.
Aren't you the director?
Yes, but we have a board I must answer to who invest in this hospital. We cannot take any more chances with those two. All of you go to lunch. I'm handling this. We'll address the patient later.
So, how are things going for your department, Dr. Johnson?
Oh, things are going all right. The new research equipment we got through the funding is showing promising signs for my patients.
Okay, are we going to address the elephant in the room? It's been a minute and you haven't brought up Hawks yet.
What's to bring up? I assumed he sent you guys here because he's still upset over contract issues and doesn't want to piss on my optimism.
You haven't heard what's going on with him?
No.
Or Dr. Gary?
No one knows what's going on with Dr. Gary. I hardly know him. Come to think of it, I hardly know any of you apart from Hawk's numerous insults.
Things are getting concerning. Hawks snapped in the operating room yesterday, and when he went to Tracy's office, he apparently passed out, then was taken somewhere for recovery.
Oh, no, I didn't hear about that. I hope he's getting better.
We're not sure if he even is being treated or if he's alive at this point. This is someone flew over the cuckoo's nest shit, crossed over with Rockstar Games' marketing department. Same goes for Gary.
Guys, Johnson obviously wouldn't care about any of this. He has patients he needs to treat, and so do we.
Did you guys try rare autoimmune disorder?
No, because that's what Hawks thinks every time he comes out of lunch, but what the hell, I guess.
Thanks, Johnson. We'll talk to you later.
How's the heavy pelvic replacement coming?
So far, so good. The hemipelvectomy wasn't the right treatment, and we now believe this is a case of calcium deficiency.
Thankfully, that's far easier to treat.
That's good to know. Anyway, I am happy to inform you that both Hawks and Gary are better. They will resume work tomorrow.
There's no way you fix those guys in one day.
We have sophisticated treatment for mental health here, which, believe it or not, is a top priority for all our doctors and patients here.
I'm not so sure I buy that yet. Besides, what happens when Hawks' contract expires soon?
There's no way he's not going down without another fight.
He's no longer worried about the contract and has seemingly accepted that he will use his limited time to improve your team's efficiency.
We were fairly efficient today without him, though.
I know, but there are reasons we need him back that I am not at liberty to discuss right now.
What about Gary?
I don't care what happens to him. Our investigation into Hawks has concluded he is free to make changes to his team as he sees necessary.
Tracy, you've really been off yourself the past few days. You're talking like a lawyer who works to protect a lawyer who's supposed to shield a drug kingpin from prosecution.
That's the end of this discussion. Wrap up what you're doing. Tomorrow is a new day for all of us, and the beginning to a bright future.
Sorry to bother you late in the day, Tracy, but I've noticed some weird things going on here recently.
Such as?
Hawks didn't show up to lunch, his team did.
Everyone employed is allowed to eat in the cafeteria, Johnson.
Don't give me that. The fact his entire team without him came to lunch strikes me as odd. The atmosphere is giving me Soviet Union vibes when a high-ranking official goes on an indefinite vacation.
That department is not really any of your business. I'm handling it. Besides, Hawks will be back tomorrow.
If he comes back and I find some scar on his skull, I swear to God, Tracy.
Don't be ridiculous. We have sorted out our disagreements and things will go back to normal, if not even better.
All I'm saying is that I'm a bit concerned about how...
Johnson, your concerns are with the oncology department, especially with the high influx of funding you've received for new research equipment. It would not be a good look if somehow relations with a vendor were to not go through.
That is dark.
I noticed that. Seems like nighttime is approaching. I'm going home. You should do that too. It's better to be well rested before Hawks comes back.